Hello tacticians! With Tarvakh's HRE banner now being visible in the game, Tarvakh is also visible in the game, so let's have a look at him. Okay, I do like the bony pauldron and the bony bits on his armor. It does give him some character, but there are no free dangly bits on him whatsoever, so that's automatically minus a lot of points from me. He's one hand wielding a massive executioner axe, which is probably a fashion statement, but doesn't work for me all that much. And the animation on those space marine heads feels wanky, especially that broken jaw, they're hanging freely like jelly. And hey, we're not gonna see that in the game, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, traits. Blessings of Corn, that's standard for Cornates. And Rapid Assault, because everybody needs more movement nowadays, okay. Judging from his attack animation, I think he's gonna be basically the Chaos God's Veil. So fast, hard hitting, but only one hit. Alright. Now for the abilities. The active Murderous Swing deals a buttload of piercing damage in one hit to all adjacent enemies. If this attack only hits one enemy, it basically deals plus 60% damage. So you can choose to either use this as a cleave or as a massive, possibly finishing strike against one enemy. Makes sense. Now his passive, Trophy Taker, his attacks against units that are at or below 50% health deal plus 12 damage and plus 12 crit damage. Okay. This is... I think this is... Well, in most PvE, this is gonna be useless, because I think he will be one-shotting everything already. However, there is one type of a unit that is pretty hard to one-shot and spends considerable amount of time at or below 50% health, and that's raid bosses. Because technically this should work against them. Alright, his crit chance is increased by 8% for each unit that he defeated this battle. Well, this is gonna be pretty much useless, because in wave modes in PvE, where he can get a lot of stacks, he will be one-shotting everything except maybe the elite units such as Ophidians or Aggressors, or maybe the Ultramarine Gravis units. It's not gonna work in raids, because you will not want him to attack anything other than the boss to stack his crit chance for 5 turns and then launch a guaranteed crit on the boss. In PvP, maybe, I mean, against a summoner team, if you cleave 3 or 4 summons with his active, then he gets 20 to 30% crit chance, and if he survives on, then maybe this will be useful, but I can't see that working. And the damage bonus to units below 50% health, again, I do think that whatever is at 50% health against him, assuming he's a melee sniper like God's will die already. With the exception of not Tenacious, I can't remember the name. What's the trait that the Death Guard have? Not Infiltrate. I legit forgot. There. Yarick has it too. Resilient. So yeah, with the exception of resilient units, which he may be able to overkill easier thanks to this, so there is some potential in PvP, I think, for this, at least for the plus extra damage factor. And I see that Snowprint has decided to play around with more conditionals, such as when at or below 50% health, because it's a main mechanic of the Blood Angels, and now it's also a mechanic for the World Eaters, or at least one of them. Okay. So, who do I think Tarvakh will work well with? Well, again, assuming he is basically a melee sniper, you will want to increase the number of his hits, so definitely Thoriad. Then possibly Vitruvius, but with Vitruvius you would want to be using the full robots team. Possibly Dante, if you can bring Tarvakh to below 50% health. And since I'm now mostly talking about the raid bosses, maybe a Thana to increase his crit chance to benefit more from his passive ability. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Not that many good synergy with one hit, low hit units yet, other than the plus extra hits from those up to 3 heroes that I already mentioned. So yeah, while getting Tarvakh from his HRE event is going to be interesting, nice, and convenient, I don't really think he's gonna be all that much viable, because unless and until Snowprint introduces bosses with Mortarian's ability to deflect consecutive hits, then there isn't much need to go for a one hit plus extra hits from other heroes teams. Oh well. And I think that's all I have to say so on the quick about Tarvakh. Again, this is my first impression while still sleepy and without reading up on him on the wiki and whatever. So it may be completely wrong, but hey, it is. At any rate, thank you for watching, Tactician, and I will see you in the upcoming campaign event in the afternoon. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and watch the video again.